So this is an L-star. It's grown on M26 rootstock. These trees, I believe, are around 10 years old. And we're going to talk a little bit about doing summer pruning to improve fruit quality. We do almost no summer pruning anymore on pretty much all varieties, but L-star is one of those varieties that on occasion you might want to open up the centers because it does throw a lot of branching, a lot of shoots. I tend to like to make thinning cuts where I'm going to take out an entire branch. I've got a weaker one there. If you can see, there's still a branch here that's feeding both of those fruits. And it is important to keep in mind, you can see here's two fruits, each growing off another branch. I don't like to trim a branch right back where there's an apple and no branch with foliage on it that will help feed that fruit. And so summer pruning, to a large degree, is going to be a very small amount of cuts that you're going to make in a particular part of the tree. There's 4 shoots I cut off, and you can see that all has been opened up to be adequately exposed. The thing you have to remember that's really important about summer pruning, and that is the less amount of leaves you have on a tree for the number of fruits, the smaller your fruits are going to be. And so every time you cut off a shoot, you have to remember there's a potential that's going to make the fruits smaller. Okay, we're going to look at a tip bear tree here. This is an Ashmead's kernel on an M26 rootstock. You can see here where the branch I'm holding or the one we've pulled over, the blind wood, which is so characteristic of many tip bears. And so contrary to how we have talked about training other apple trees of not pruning the one-year wood or tipping back the one-year wood at all, on a tip bear it's quite evident that this is the scenario that's going to happen on these branches if they're not pruned. So one of the things you can do is when you get these one-year shoots pushing, you can come in and trim those, maybe take a third off of those shoots, and it will firm up the buds in the bottom. That will ensure you, it will aid you, it won't ensure you that that wood will produce viable buds at the base of that shoot, where if you leave it long, it's quite apparent that you get the bulk of the buds will go blind. These shoots, as here, if you're in this situation, there's no harm. I'd probably do it as a dormant cut. I would cut right back to the where the 1- and 2-year-old wood, where you can see where that age of wood changes, and you could shorten those up. But I would do this more as a winter cut, and you can go through and protect your bud viability by taking these shoots and tipping them back, preferably to a bud that's on the outside so it doesn't grow straight up.